Hello everybody, I'm Jester and welcome back to Wasuyu episode 3, in which we will... I don't know, actually. I don't know, I mean, every episode so far has been pretty, pretty episodic, right? There isn't that much of a thing, connecting them, that much of a consistent storyline, so to speak. But I guess we'll see. It's gonna take us somewhere, that's for sure. I think there is some I think by the final words, disembodied words in a previous episode, I think I got an idea of what it could be, but I no longer remember what that idea was. So I guess we'll see. Oh, I think it was like a sports event, something like that. Yeah, right. That's probably what it's gonna be. Some sort of a sports festival at school, something like that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All those lines could have very well came from them fighting the noise. I wanted to say no, fighting the Vertexes. Again, we'll see. In a previous episode, what exactly happened? Well, we got a we got a leader of the group chosen. Mimori Washi thought that it's going to be her. That she's the most responsible one, right? The most cold-headed and has the tactical acumen and whatnot. But instead, it was Sonoko who was chosen for the leader for reasons unknown. Of course, Washio tried to explain it to herself that, oh yeah, she comes from a Taisha adjacent family. She has a long history of yada yada yada, stuff like that. I'm not sure if it was it. I'm really not sure if that was it, or if it was some other quality to Sonoko. I think it was the quality that she exhibited later on when they had to fight the Vertexes, and that quality was the decisiveness. Basically, simple as that. Where Washio was Mimori. I'm just gonna call her Mimori. That's what I've been calling her all this time. Where Mimori thought that. Where Mimori got frozen in place, right? She was stuck there thinking, oh my god, are we going to do this or are we going to die? What can we do? Fuck, no, nothing can be done. And she was just paralyzed by overanalyzing it. Sonoko just jumped into action. Do this, do this, do that. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do it. And they did. And they actually did. With Gin's signature berserkerness, they did it. They actually won. And that is the quality that's needed in a leader. They cannot just freeze and be undecisive. They need to make split-second decisions. And Sonoko is good at it so far. And yeah, that was the end of that episode. And yeah, Mimori got also kind of, emotional. She is kind of sort of going through the arc of who am I in this team, right? What is my role, right? Gin is providing the DPS, Sonoko is providing the tactics and the leadership, and I thought I'm gonna be the tactics and leadership girl, but I'm not good at it, so who am I, right? What's my role? How useful am I even in this group? She's gonna have to find her role, and we'll see what that role is going to be. I mean, she already has the role of being ranged DPS, so that matters for something. If she didn't pierce through the vertex, then Gin would have no way of entering that vertex and ripping it apart from within. So that's her role. But she was probably hoping to be more of a strategist, and that didn't pan out. And there was also the first half of the episode that I just kind of glossed over. It was a training arc. They were in some sort of a beach resort. I think it might even have been the same one that Yuuna and the gang visited. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. And they did some training with, cooperation, tactics, working together and watching the field of battle and reacting properly, not jumping out ahead of time, not being too late, stuff like that. Very, very good and useful training for them, especially the cooperation part, where the Hero Club had the chance to, already be cooperating before they got forestized and work through their dynamic already then without the threat of the vertexes. Those three girls were just kind of been thrown together. Classmates, yes, but no, as far as we can tell at least, they didn't have to cooperate, work together beforehand, so this beach resort training was very, very useful for them. And that's where it ended, right? Friends, everybody gets a nickname besides Gin, because her name is short enough, I guess. And yeah, we're just friends. We work through our teamwork. We're gonna get better and better at what we're doing. And what are they gonna do in today's episode? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we're gonna fight some more vertexes. Maybe we're gonna do some sports festival. Maybe someone's gonna die. None of those options would surprise me. How about we just see it, right? Shall we? To do it, you will need your subs, of course, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show, and I'm gonna have to ask you for support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, if you want early access, YouTube, or share the content, spread the word, cost nothing, helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching episode 3 of Wasuyu in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you gotta cooperate. So they say, yes. That's actually a good point, isn't it? Vertex at the top, meaning like the being that is at the top, right? Something like that, stronger than humanity. Creatures placed at the top by the gods, like angels, something along those lines, maybe. Yeah, that's a simple move. Just spin. Damn. Yeah, she's getting better and better with the bow. But she did kind of interfere with Gin's attack, right? So they're gonna have to work on that as well. Maybe start calling out your attacks. That would be a good idea. Yeah. The rest is also important. Yep. Yeah, I have no doubt. Washi probably has no idea about rest, though. Is this your idea of rest? Meditating by a pond or well? Yeah, I mean, we're going to the arcade or something like that, probably. Is she a bit of an Ojosama as well? Or has it been provided by the Taisha? Okay, that chat looks different. Yeah, start singing. This goes into the other ear. Or maybe not. Man, I hope it's gonna be a fun vacation. I sure hope nothing bad happens at the end of this episode. Right? I sure hope no Vertexes attack or anything like that. No, like, I legitimately hope that nothing like that happens. But knowing this show, I mean, wouldn't surprise me if, again, someone just died by the end of this episode. We don't have that many more episodes to go in the first place, right? It's only what? Yeah, it's only 6 episodes. So after this one, we have 3 more. Okay, so the opening includes shots from the current episode? Or have those scenes always been there? I'm honestly not sure, really. Okay, they're still gonna be having some fun together. That's good. Maybe all of that will be contained in this episode. Maybe it's gonna be spread. We'll see. That just vibrating from excitement. Oh, I guess it's your style, isn't it? Yeah, just bring out the fucking mirrorless. She likes the gothic Lolita style. You don't need to understand, you just need to look. Sure. This is a good look, though. Yeah, I mean, everybody's doing dress up. Yeah, don't let her get out of it. Yeah, that's a whole princess. Such unpatriotic clothes. Girls can't wear unpatriotic clothes. Yeah, so we're just doing the, like, Yonkoma adaptation thing. Sure, just banging on the taiko drum. And a recorder thing. I mean, it's a nice dream. You're unfortunately not in the Symphogear world, so. Yeah. Drawing a person, drawing flowers, and drawing the fucking battleship Nagato or something. Zuikaku, okay. She really likes the military stuff and the, like, boats. ships most of all. Okay. Everybody has the same face. Also with the cat face? Yes. Yeah, sure. Yeah, she would like to be the reliable one. Right. I mean, you kinda are, so your goals have been fulfilled. Secret. Ah, she'd like a family of her own. Okay. Hmm. Oh, you wanna write? You wanna write? There we go. Oh, no, she wants to read. Damn. Of course. Of course. As if the Taisha propaganda wasn't enough. Yeah, of course. I mean, it fits, for sure. National Defense Mask. She could work on the name, though. Uh, this is really just Zesoshinai, isn't it? And its children, yes, included. True. Spread that propaganda. Oh, a love letter! Not just any letter! Yeah, there's fucking anthrax inside. Behind the gym? Yeah, there was a statue inside. Oh. Girls can't love girls! That's forbidden love! Oh? It is a letter. Is the love letter, though? No, probably not. Of course. Ah. Who was it who sent it? Sonoko? Had to be Sonoko. Of course, competition swimsuit. True. Gotta do the dynamic stretches and the warm up. Knock on wood. No, you can henshin. Yeah, you know, don't talk about it. You're gonna call the vertexes over. They're gonna overdo it. Exactly. They both have a competitive spirit. Can't help it. What are you doing exactly? Making clothes? Okay, playing Twister, playing Kendama, it's called, I think. Theater thing. Well, that reminds me of something and someone, doesn't it? Of course, gotta be patriotic. Fight it for my country, sir. Oh, like a whole entire play. I mean, she got their attention at least. So they were sewing the costumes. Gotcha. Sure. We're gonna do some cardio. Right, keep your distance. CG models? Yeah, CG models. That's you know, that's an idol performance I did not expect. Okay. Yeah, oh. Another one. Right. Yeah, propaganda only works when it's not obvious. Yeah, that's a serious condition. Not being able to eat udon? Shit, life-threatening. Hmm. I mean, you can still play with Sonoko. Yeah, that would be like her. Okay, spontaneous meeting then. Okay, we only have a couple of minutes left. Nothing bad can happen now. Knock on wood. Do they? My immediate thought, young children can sense forestation. Snap. No. Yeah, it was. It was a very fun episode as well. I don't like that moment. Going in separate directions, the shadow on her face. Did you sense something? Or just a reaction to, not wanting to separate after having so much fun together? Something's gonna happen to Gin. I feel it in me bones. They make a single shadow. Well, color me surprised. Nothing bad actually happened. Sure. Okay. It was just a nice slice of life episode, true to the title. And exactly what I was hoping for. I'm really afraid of Gin, though. Like, well, not afraid of her, afraid for her, you know? The fact that she didn't show up in Wasuyu, in Yuyuyu, and the shadow over her face at the end, and the fact that they had to go their separate ways, that's symbolic. And really makes me worried about her. I guess that's the best way to put it. Oh. Two vertexes at once, and Gin, of course. Oh! Are they gonna discover the existence of vertex souls? Is that what the episode's gonna be about? Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Let's watch this one again, though, shall we? The three of us must unite to form a complete whole, and they did at the end, creating a single shadow. That was really nice. I thought we could do it, we had to. The enemy's name is Vertex, a dreadful being that was born from a virus. Sure. But why did they name them Vertex? A word which means the top. Yeah, the top of beings, the top of creatures. Something only below the deities, right? That would be more or less what it means, I guess. Still didn't know that Vertex was created by gods. That's probably what it says, what the blanks are. Yeah, fighting with her spear, doing all sorts of forms and elaborate attacks and whatnot, and here's Gin just fucking spinning. Just doing the Beyblade. And it works. That's the best part. Washi doing some elaborate attacks with her bow. The power of heroes can only be used by innocent girls who were chosen by the Shinju-sama. We have to depend on your girls, and your next assignment is to rest. Yeah, you can't transform unless you have a stable state of mind. Something just a thought just came to me. Could it be that Aki, their handler, is a former hero? That's why she knows things. I wonder. You know what? I'm gonna note it down. Where are you, Wasuyu? Mysterious disappearances. There it is, Wasuyu. Aki is a former hero. Maybe. Like, they don't go through blooming, seemingly, right? They don't have the flowers, they don't have the fairies. So maybe when you, I don't know, when you grow to 18 or 19 or 20 or something like that, you lose your powers. Or when you lose your virginity, you lose your powers or something like that. And so, because she's no longer a young girl but a woman, she lost the powers and was relegated to teach and train the next generation of heroes. I don't know, maybe something gives me that vibe. And yeah, we gotta rest, we gotta have fun, we gotta relax. Part of our duty to rest in preparation for the next battle, indeed. Will I be able to relax? Yes. You can't help it. They're gonna force you to relax, even if you don't want to. Yeah, ultimately not... Oh, Gin has her brother as her profile picture. That's a nice little detail here. Yeah, there's not gonna be all that much to talk about in this episode, ultimately. They're just having fun. That's what this episode is all about. Playing dress up. Yeah, I guess we know Mimori's tastes in women. She likes herself a good gothic Lolita. I can empathize with it. I absolutely can. She has a weak spot for beauty and pretty. That's nice to see, right? Like, all this time, she's always this, you know, serious and patriotic and steadfast, and now she's showing a side that we've never seen to her. That's why episodes like that are very important, you know? Episodes where the characters can just have fun, where they can just hang around, where there is no threat looming over them, because then those episodes where threat happens matter so much more, right? Because we get to know those characters in their daily lives, we get to know their quirks, we get to love them, we get to like them, and so when they're put in a threatening situation, it impacts us more, right? That's how it works. This episode was very needed. But its existence, though, the fact that they condensed so much slice of life fun stuff in just a single episode, really makes me afraid of what's gonna happen next. You know? Photos express love. Yeah, all the beautiful clothes, even just complete makeover into a... What do I even call this style? Like a rave goth thing. And now dressing up Washio in unpatriotic clothes. How preposterous! Wearing European clothing as a Japanese? I need to cleanse myself. Sonoko's dream of becoming idols. The cats. I can't help but keep thinking that it's like a precursor to fairies. I know that it's probably just Sonoko's thing, and I shouldn't be thinking this deep about it, but I still get the vibe that, I don't know, Sonoko's gonna be in trouble. She's gonna henshin with that cat plushie in her hands, and the plushie's gonna turn into a fairy. It's gonna protect her from a hit, and everybody's gonna figure out, holy shit, we can use fairies for protection, or something like that. I don't know. There's also the matter that sometime between here and Yuuki Yuuna, and as I heard in the comments from you guys, there's like 2 years difference between wasuyu and yuyuyu. So within those 2 years, they're gonna have to figure out the blooming system, the fairy system, right? All that stuff. So I wonder how much of it is actually going to happen in this season, and how much of it is just going to happen like off screen between the seasons. Yeah, and she just likes punching the taiko drum. No, I don't think it's the taiko drum. Taiko drums are smaller, aren't they? This is like a bigger drum. How rock and roll of you to worry about that. Making some nice drawings, of course. Sonoko doing something out of a fever dream. Gin drawing a person, and of course, fucking Zuikaku. Of course, complete with the fighters and bombers and everything. Oh, she would enjoy playing Kanko and Azure Lane, wouldn't she? My dream is to become a historian, not a patriotic hero of justice anymore. Yeah, it does sound like her dream, doesn't it? Yeah, being a writer, sure. With an imagination like that, absolutely. And Gin wants to be a bride. That's a very nice bit of Gap Moe here. When I was in kindergarten, I wanted to be a pretty guardian, protect my family and everyone. And now that I've achieved that aspiration, my new goal is to become a bride. See, this moment here and the shadow on her face at the end really makes me think that Gin is going to die. Right? It's my last week, it's my last day before retirement. I have plans for the future, right? Whenever a character says I have plans for the future, that's a big death flag. I sure fucking hope not, but it really wouldn't surprise me if Gin actually died. I already have it noted down that Gin sacrifices herself, or maybe destroys the bridge and sacrifices herself in the process. But I think she might just die. Just die to a Vertex. I don't know. The dream will come true right away, right? The, assurance that, yeah, of course, I'm looking forward to seeing you dressed in white. All those words, all those assurances. A character's future is very often introduced right before it's dashed for, additional effect. Space Sancho, Rivers of Tears, a masterpiece. Yeah, and her novel isn't that great. She wrote it all throughout the entire night. She has bags under her eyes, but people just, modern people just cannot appreciate a patriotic, historic Japanese story, can they? Another dream about a hero of wealth and military strength. National defense mask, and she's still banging on the drum because, of course, I mean, that's a nice design to a character, I gotta say. With the cat on her arm, which again, it kind of reminds me of the fairy system, and I'm thinking, that's the fairy with her, but I don't know how true that is, how true that's gonna end up. Orientation with the first grade students, right? Part of our mission, of course. Love letter. I knew it was as soon as I saw the handwriting and the envelope. Oh, it's just a girl. Oh, easy. Girls can't love girls. What do you mean? What a stupid idea. Little did you know, Gin. Little did you know. No, not a love letter. It's a letter probably from... Maybe not from Gin. I don't think Gin would say those words. I don't think from Sonoko. Rather, I think it's from Gin, if anybody. Anonymous sender. And just casting a curse on it. Yeah. Warming up, racing, and doing the orientation. Right, making the costumes, making the drawings. See, this is a flag that I thought it is. Thanks to you, it'll be an awesome orientation. Oh, right, okay. Of course it's going to be broken by forestization. Duh, that's just foreshadowing. But no, actually not. Actually not what happened. The entire orientation just went without a hitch. Everybody was having fun. They got to present a nice little play and a hero show. And, they got to preach to the children a little bit about the importance of fighting for Shinju-sama. National Defense Mask. What a hero name, isn't it? National Defense Mask and who? Do they even have a name for Sonoko's character? The Patriotic Warrior, maybe? No, I guess they're both just called National Defense Mask. Sure. Exercise, of course. With, CG performance, just like in any other idol show, after all. Dancing, doing some cardio exercises. Yeah, that was a little bit too much, a little bit too ham-fisted for the children. And, of course, now she's portrayed as the villain for brainwashing the students in lower grade. Oh no, the biggest, the biggest punishment of them all, being unable to eat udon. Yeah, I mean, you have friends now. It's Saturday, it's free time. Inadvertently, you're gonna do something together. Meet up. Yeah, having some fun with family, then having some fun together. They really are showing Gin separately so much, and it really cannot help but just raise death flags in my mind. Right? Her jumping in front, having her face in the shadow, right, being separate from Sonoko and Washi, talking about how much she enjoyed it. Oops, you guys are going in a different direction than me. You're going to continue living. I'm going to Shinju-sama. Right? Basically that. The shadow on her face. Wash, see you guys almost like melancholic, almost sad. Right? Like in a rom-com or just a romance show, she would be the childhood friend who has to go back to her city because her mother found a new job or something, and she's like, see you guys, and at the last moment she gets grabbed, or at the airport, right? Like, this is those vibes. And I cannot help but think that Washi might be feeling something here, not wanting to let her go, wanting to spend more time together. I don't know if it's just fear of what is to come, right? Fear of separation. Or is it that she actually felt something? Also interesting how the shadow got reversed, right? Like here it's Gin's face that's in shadow, and she's facing like left. And here it's Washi's face that's in the shadow, and Gin's face is in light, still facing left. I guess the sun really jumped really fast. I know I said that I was confident about being able to rest, but because of our duties, I wasn't sure I could actually relax. But thanks to all of you, I was able to do that. Yeah, with the three of us together, I shouldn't have worried. Had a great time. Yeah, united, singular shadow. They really create just a single person. The shadow almost looks like they're hugging, you know? I really like it. I really like this shot of them all just casting the same shadow. It's really, really nice. I wonder, does nobody question the fact that nobody ever takes the roads leading through the bridge? I guess not. Let's just have a sleepover. I mean, sure, why not? Sleepover sounds perfectly fine and very nice right about now. Heroes possess courage and determination. What, two of them? So probably attacked by two vertexes. What is this now? He shot an arrow. One of those vertexes can do ranged attacks, I guess. It was so much fun. Thankfully spoken in a Genki voice, so probably not someone dying on the ground saying, it was so much fun with you guys. Right? Probably not. Just as you'd expect of Sonochi, get out of here. She has some serious lungs, screaming like that. Next episode, Soul. I'm willing to bet in the next episode they discover the existence of Soul. Episode 4 shows Vertex souls. And maybe this is what's going to prompt the change to the system. Vertexes are different now, they're more hardy because they have souls. We have to adjust accordingly. Our current weaponry, our current system is not enough. We have to think of something else. Maybe. We'll see. We will see about it. But right now, that's gonna be it for this episode. It was fun. Like, first and foremost, it was fun. It was an episode that is necessary, in my mind, in every show that is dealing with any amount of drama, with any amount of death and destruction and people getting hurt and stuff like that. Because if there is no slice of life, if there is no daily life being shown, then we cannot really be afraid and concerned for the daily life being impacted or cut short, right? So this episode was very much needed. But at the same time, the fact that it was entirely focused on slice of lifey stuff instead of like the previous episodes where a little bit of slice of lifey stuff and then a fight with Vertex, or the other way around. This one was entirely slice of life, which really makes me think that the next 3 episodes are just going to be pain and misery and fighting. I can't say I'm looking forward to it, because as I said, I'm not partial to drama and tragedy and stuff like that, but, you know, hopefully it goes well. Like, I know that it goes well for Washi, at least for Mimori, and that it goes... Eventually it goes well for Sonoko as well. We haven't seen much of Gin, though, and that's what worries me. That's what worries me, that she might actually end up dying sometime within the next 3 episodes. Again, hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong here. But she very much seems like the kind of a character who would just throw herself into the midst of battle with little regard for her life. She very much seems like someone who would sacrifice herself for her friends or for Shinju-sama. And that worries me. We'll see, though. Like, no need to worry myself ahead of time. This was a very nice episode, full of slice of life shenanigans, almost in this, like, yonkoma-ish format, which was additionally nice to see. Are there any... I mean, there have to be. Are there any, like, Mahou Shoujo shows that also have good fights and good henshin and stuff like that, but are this... instead of misery and hurt and death flags and shit like that? I guess what Precure, I think, is that, right? I think so. Precure is aimed at like younger audience, so it's gotta do away with death and suffering. I think I'm gonna watch Precure next. I need a detox like that. I really do. But yeah, I think this episode's gonna be a little bit shorter. Yeah, 52 minutes. But yeah, I think I said everything I needed to say on the topic of this episode. It wasn't, you know, it didn't have that much of a substance to it. It was mostly just slice of lifey stuff with some death flags and foreshadowing-ish bits at the end. But yeah, again, I don't think I have anything more to say on the topic of this episode, so that's gonna be it from me for today. But maybe you guys have something more to add on the topic of this episode, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that. If so, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of them? Like this video if you like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future videos, not only Wasuyu but also Spice and Wolf, Shy Season 2, another very good henshin Mahou Shoujo-i show, and others coming in the future. What are they gonna be? I don't know. Check out the VOD of my seasonal stream somewhere on the channel to learn about that. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to Wasuyu and other non-seasonal shows, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube, membership, super thanks, super chats, and if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word, it costs absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without a Nedze, Reine, Yuki Ala, Ishtamu, Dr. Bot, Friedrich Jung, Akamancer, Marsh, Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them if you want without having to set any death flags.